Our second lesson for this week is still under topic 13, lesson 6. Compare fractions, use the number line. Textbook pages 703 to 708. Again, prepare your book and your pen. Please watch the next video. It will help us understand what the lesson is all about.
How can you compare fractions using the number line? Think about this question during the lesson. Talia has two different lengths of blue and red ribbon. Does she have more blue ribbon or more red ribbon?
Look at the numerators and the denominators of each fraction.
What is the same about the fractions? What is different? The denominators are the same. The numerators are different. The fractions both refer to 1 yard of ribbon. This is the whole. You can use a number line to compare 1/3 and 2/3. The farther to the right a fraction is on the number line, the greater the fraction. On the number line, 2/3 is farther to the right than 1/3. Which is a correct comparison?
Select your answer.
Since 2/3 is farther to the right than 1/3, 2/3 is greater than 1/3. What is another way to tell which fraction is greater? When two fractions have the same denominator, the fraction with the greater numerator is the greater fraction. Talia has more blue ribbon than red ribbon.
Now, let's solve the solve and share problem. Tanya, Riaz, and Ryan each used a bag of flour to make modeling clay. The bags were labeled 3/4 pound, 1/4 pound, and 2/4 pound. Show these fractions on a number line. How can you use the number line to compare two of these fractions? So, we will draw a number line with 0 and 1 on it. Okay? And then divide it into 4 equal sections. Okay? Labeling the dividing marks into 1/4, 2/4, and 3/4. So as you can see, the values increase as you moved to the right. So locate 1/4 on the number line. So here is the 1/4. And 3/4. Here is the 3/4. Then compare. Remember, a fraction that is located to the right of another fraction on a number line has a greater value. So 3/4 compared to 1/4. It's what? Lesser than, greater than, or equal? It's greater than. 3/4 is greater than 1/4. Now let's move on for the look back. if the bags were labeled 4/8 pound, 3/8 pound, and 6/8 pound, how could a number line help you solve this problem? So we could make a number line from 0 to 1 and divide it into eighths from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then label each line the number line from 0 to 1. And then locate the fraction 3/8, 4/8, and 6/8. So by this number line, we can tell which fraction is greater and which fraction is lesser. Let's have some examples so that you can understand better this lesson. Okay, let's have this. Compare 4/5 with 4/10. What is the symbol? It's greater than. 4/5 is greater than 4/10. Very good. Now let's have another example. Which fraction is greater? Is it 3/7 or 6/7? Remember, a number at the right side of a fraction has a greater value. So which fraction is greater? A, 6/7 or B, 3/7? It's letter A, 6/7. Very good. Now let's have one last example. Which fraction is greater? Is it the 1/4 or 1/2? Compare the two number lines. Which do you think is greater? It's 1/2. 1/2 is greater than 1/4. Very good. Let's answer guided practice. Do you understand? Question number 1. When two fractions refer to the same whole, what do you notice when the denominators you are comparing are the same? So we can compare their numerators or use one number line to compare them. Now let's continue with question number 3. Compare fractions using symbols. Use the number lines to help. So in number 3, compare 2/4 and 2/3. We use here two number lines because they refer to a different whole. Their denominators are not the same. So compare, is it 2/4 is greater or lesser than 2/3? The answer is lesser. 2/4 is lesser than 2/3. Another number 4. Let's compare 2/6 and 1/3. Same as number 3, we are using two number lines to compare because it refers to two different wholes. The denominators are different. So what can you say about 2/6 and 1/3? What symbol you're going to write to compare these two fractions? It's equal. 2/6 and 1/3 are equal. Look at the number line 2 6 and 1/3, they are aligned. They have the same size. So they are equal. And question number 5, compare 5/8 and 3/8. We have here only one number line because they refer to a same whole. They have the same denominators. So look at the number line. So the fraction that is located to the right of another fraction on a number line has a greater value. So 5/8 is greater than 3/8. Very good. Good job, kids.